campaign, as well as a better understanding to what makes this launch from Cipla so special.
For almost 6 decades now. This is something, what we breathe at Cipla. This is something, what we do at Cipla in respiratory care, especially asthma, which happens to be the biggest chronic condition today out of India. Almost 7.9% children out of the Indian population suffer from asthma. I was recently told by Dr. Banali that almost every other patient of asthma, happens to be a child, and that's the magnitude of the problem that we are dealing with. And at Cipla, we've taken it on us to make sure to do everything that we can to ensure that Indian children with asthma breathe better. So whether it has been the whole continuum of providing diagnostics, whether it has been devices, whether it is various treatment modalities and armamentarium, whatever was required by the practitioners, the medical practitioners, we have made sure that we make it available and give them the right choices to manage their patients better. With this campaign that we are launching today, which happens to be the TUFFIES campaign, we would like to give a warm welcome to this consumer awareness initiative, which is again a continuation of our initiatives that we have done in the past. To spread the awareness for respiratory diseases, whether it was Berog Zindagi, whether it is the whole Breathe Free initiative that we've been running for years to make sure that patients breathe better. Today, when we are talking of consumers as children, we took it on us to talk to them in a language which they understand and to make them aware of how a life with asthma can be lived much better manner.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great to see so many of you here. First of all, thank you, Mr. Gaurav, Dr. Vikas, and I'm so happy to be sitting here next to Dr. Barnali, who I must say is stunning. I've been admiring her. You know, I've been wanting to ask her, what is it that you're wearing in your bun? It's so pretty and beautiful eyes. And you just said something about reversing the age, 62 and 26. I think you're 26-year-old. You're definitely not 62. The energy is that of a 26-year-old. It's amazing. And I really hope I can always live young in my head the way you are. And I think that also comes from having a purpose in life, which you do. And that's what keeps you going. And that is a great lesson that I'm going to take back with me today. But we're here for the campaign that CIPLA is running for kids. The initiative is called TUFFIES. I've been part of CIPLA's earlier campaigns also, and I agree with Dr. Barnali. They were targeted towards the parents, towards the elders, and this campaign is targeted towards the children. You know, we always, we don't give our children enough credit, or we don't believe how much they can understand and grasp a situation. But they are very mature, and when they're put in a position, and if you can explain things to them, they get it very quickly and they rise to the occasion. That's been my experience, where when I went through my illness and when I explained that to my son, he more than rose to the occasion, understood exactly what I was talking about. In fact, became one of my biggest support systems in that. And I find that when you treat your children, when you talk to them as adults, because you might need a little bit longer to explain a thing rather than saying, "Bade ho jaoge to samajh mein aayega." That statement is just not the thing. The moment you can take those 5 minutes extra and explain the thing to a child, I have realized that you have a more understanding teenager. If you've done that with your child in the younger age, your teenage years are easier because your child understands. They learn to, they understand the other side of it. They understand others' point of view. And suddenly the bond between the parent and the child is also much better. My child had asthma, and you were right. It was, though I was in the city with everything going on, it was a tough call to take because so many myths. There's so many things that people tell you, and it's like, don't put them on medication. They're going to start putting on weight. They will not have the strength. There's so many myths about it. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I had a father who was asthmatic, and my childhood went in seeing horrifying asthma attacks, because an asthma attack, a full-blown, any parent who has seen it or anybody who has asthma in the family, when you get a full-blown asthma attack, when you can't breathe,